From Liberty Oak Park in Freehold Township, TV 34 Sports presents the Freehold Soccer Tournament. Tonight, a 15 and 16-year-old championship game, the Neptune Stingrays to take on the Jackson Vics. Hi everyone, I'm Bob Lamp. With me is Bob Hogan. And Bob, you've been busy with girls soccer as an assistant coach at Neptune. We haven't seen you in quite a while. How are things going?
Things are going great, Bobby. It's really good to be back working with you again, and we should be in for a great game this afternoon.
Well, today we've got youth soccer, Neptune and Jackson. As a high school coach, you know that these type tournaments and this youth soccer are very important in terms of player development.
Well, in order for any high school team to have a decent program nowadays, Bobby, you have to start at the youth level, and the people that volunteer their time do a great job with it, and without them, you just can't establish a program anymore.
And both Neptune and Jackson known for their outstanding youth programs.
Yes, they are. They both have great soccer traditions, and it seems like whenever a final of a tournament comes around, one of these teams is involved, so we should be in for a great game.
Okay, so looking forward to an outstanding championship match. Neptune to take on Jackson, 15 and 16-year-old boys. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this. Welcome back to Freehold Township and its youth soccer action. Neptune to take on Jackson in the 1968 division. That's boys 15 and 16 years old. And with me is Bob Hogan and Bobby. Jackson and Neptune getting ready to kick things off here. And this is a championship match, and I'm sure that they'll play with championship intensity.
I'm sure they will, Bobby. Looking at both teams in the warm-ups, really into the finals of this tournament, and I'm sure we'll be quite a bit of action right from the beginning of the game.
And we'll be using three officials today. The middleman, Mark Diamond, and he'll be assisted on the lines by Philip Paxton and Jason Goldsmith.
Got one too many, don't we?
And both teams have taken the field. We're awaiting the kickoff. It looks like it will be Jackson kicking off. Jackson wearing the red and white striped shirts. Neptune in the white and black stripes. Both teams in black shorts. There's our goalkeepers on the left for Neptune, David Durkak, and on the right from Jackson, Tommy Jones. And here we go, we're underway. Jackson kicks off, they play it back. And good pressure by Neptune, but they chip the ball forward, running onto it. Neptune looks to settle it down. Duncan Brown shanks that one off the side of his foot. Barone comes back, recovers for Neptune. And a nice tackle that time by Jackson. They play it through and easily into the hands of Durkak. It was played through to David DeSantis, but he couldn't control it. Neptune with a quick counter.
Bobby, the opening minutes of tournament finals are always pretty exciting. The emotions are really running sky high, and you're going to see quite a bit of action. You're going to see some mistakes early until these players settle down and get into the flow of things.
Kyle Peters covering well, recovers for Neptune. And you can see that there has been some rain. The field is slick. The ball's really skipping. That's something the players will have to adjust to.
Yeah, I didn't think, Bobby, when I came here this afternoon in the middle of June that I was going to be cold and wet, but feel that this certainly is going to affect the field conditions, and you will see the ball slipping and sliding throughout the day.
And if you're watching this game on Sunday evening, it is same-day coverage. The game was played Sunday afternoon at Liberty Oak Park. And if you're watching it on our Wednesday replay, there'll be another game immediately following. Weather permitting, of course. It is fairly threatening out here. We're not sure about which teams will be on. Our tournament director will be informing us of that in a little while. And Jackson fights for control. A little contact, but referee Diamond screams to play on. And the foul will go against Neptune. Holding on Foreman. Chipped inside the box. Dangerous ball. Header on net and in the back of the net. Beautiful goal. Jackson leads it 1-0. Not sure who scored it, but it came off of the restart as we see so many times.
Certainly did, Bobby. An excellent ball flighted into the far post. A little bit of a mistake in the Neptune defense. Man was pretty well unmarked, and a little bit of a hesitation on goalkeeper David Durkak coming out of the net.
That goal came at 2:11 of the first half. Very unhappy David Durkat, goalkeeper for Neptune. The ball was flighted to the opposite post, and really just the way they map it out in the textbooks. Beautiful exhibition there by Jackson. They lead it 1-0. Lidwanski looking for help. Weber, first times at the Foreman, and that's some story too, Bobby. Henry Foreman playing. We'll get to that a little bit later. Offsides, let's talk about that right now.
Certainly is, Bobby. It's a great thing to see Henry Foreman on the field. He was a standout player for St. Rose last year, and about 3/4 of the way through the season was involved in a very bad automobile accident. He was on a moped and was hit by the automobile. There were rumors that he wouldn't walk again. There were some rumors that he would lose his leg, and here within a year he's back out on the field. And I don't think we'll see him playing a whole game today, but just his presence certainly must be a factor for the Neptune team.
Tremendous courage shown by Foreman. And that's Duncan Brown, number 10 for Neptune. Duncan with the mohawk. That's becoming more and more familiar in soccer circles. It's a free kick for Neptune. Barone waits for his team to set up. Let's see if he'll shoot it directly. He fires and misses to the near post. Hit it well, though.
He certainly did, Bobby. Nice low liner to the near post. Keeper reacted a little bit slow to that and just wide.
And let's take a look at the replay. On the Jackson goal, you can see it flighted into the box, and a great header.
It certainly was. A very well executed free kick, and a Jackson player right there to jump on the opportunity.
So neither team has had much of an opportunity from the field. Jackson took advantage of their restart to score one. Just moments ago, John Barone just missed to the near post off of a restart. Ball on the far side of the field. And it looks like it's gone out of bounds. It's tough to tell from our angle. It will be throw-in for Neptune, a very large field here at Liberty Oak Park. And Bobby, Liberty Oak Park in Freehold Township, just a beautiful facility.
Oh, a tremendous complex, Bobby. They have everything from soccer to baseball to softball, lights around for night games, and just a tremendous facility here in Freehold.
And a great street hockey rink. And I know that's your favorite sport.
Oh, yeah.
And ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Jackson ball. Looks like it went over the end line, so it will be a goal kick.
Go third attack.
And there goes the goal kick, flighted directly out of bounds, and you hate to see that as a coach, see your opportunities wasted like that.
That's a great reason for coaches getting gray hairs, Bobby. It's a free kick. You have all day to set it up, and then to kick it out of bounds is just a wasted opportunity.
Barone with some good control, turns, plays it out wide. Duncan Brown steps over it. Barone wins it, cuts it back, knocked away in front. Good hard tackle. Jackson with some great defense. Good opportunity for Neptune, but outstanding defense.
Good defense in there, Bobby, but really a tremendous job by John Barone. You saw the winger Duncan Brown outside, laid it out, received the ball back, and some nice moves created some really dangerous opportunities in the middle there.
Nice ball inside. Foreman with the header, flights it up high, and that went off of the football crossbar, and out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick.
Another football crossbar here, Bobby. Those things are becoming more and more popular. I really like them.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. As an official, it's certainly not something that you like. Very tough to see sometimes, whether it hits the soccer crossbar. Sometimes it just happens so fast. And there was a foul against Jackson. Neptune puts it back in play quickly. Good ball, flicked on by Redwanski. Duncan Brown tries to run it down. Brown from the right side turns and fires and can't get the angle.
An excellent ball by Redwanski, Bobby, out to the outside again to Duncan Brown, who's appeared to be very dangerous I think he rushed his kick a little bit, and again, another coach's nightmare when you shoot wide to the near post. You want to always try and get that ball to the far post.
So Neptune putting the pressure on. They trail at 1-0. Jackson scoring at 2:11 of the first half. The Vicks with the throw in. Barone cleared away. Weber, good hustle there. Ran it down. Richie Dodd was up high that time. Good effort by Dodd. On the far side of the field, that's Weinstein. Good aggressive play by both teams. Both teams tackling hard. So far, no problem at all in terms of dirty play. They're just out there playing soccer.
Yeah, game started off a little bit tentative, Bob, but since that early goal, 2:11 into the game, both teams have picked the tempo up a little bit and really seen some good ball going on out there.
And this is a corner kick, first one of the match. John Gluckow intercepted the original corner, then it was knocked out of bounds by the Jackson Vicks. It'll be a goal kick coming up for Neptune. Kyle Peters to take the goal kick. Foreman stepped in there, showed no signs at all of the injured leg, playing very well.
I've been watching him, Bobby, throughout the game. He's really running well on that leg, and like I said, I'm sure his stamina is not going to be up because of the long layoff, and I don't think we'll see him play a complete game, but he really looks good.
His throw-in certainly hasn't suffered. That's a long one up the sideline. Barone flights it in, good ball, and short hop by goalkeeper Tommy Jones, stayed right with it. Good punt by Jones.
Slide, Rodney, slide, all the way.
Nice ball up the wing. Just looks like the timing's a bit off, Bobby. Some of the players probably haven't been together for a long time. They've taken a little bit of a break. A number of them were involved in spring sports at their high schools, track and baseball and so forth.
Yeah, it's going to take them a while to get used to each other once again. I think the weather's also a factor, Bobby. A number of the touches are just an inch or two off, and could be the wet ground that's responsible for that.
There's a nice ball through, and a good play there by Mike Garcia. Stepped in and knocked it away. That had goal written all over it, had Garcia not busted through and cleared it away.
And Johnny Gluckow, midfielder Johnny Gluckow for Neptune, doing a good job of coming through and slipping the ball to Radwanski, and a very dangerous opportunity there.
Kyle Peters, good deep support.
Little different styles being shown here, Bobby. Neptune keeping the ball on the ground, trying to keep control of the ball, working it in for a good shot. And Jackson very, very good at their quick counterattack, and as we know, the goal that was scored off a restart was a result of a foul that came at the start of a quick counter.
Well, on that last play, Kyle Peters, the Neptune sweeper, there's a dangerous ball and a nice play by Jones. So Tommy Jones controlling the 18-yard box very well. Kyle Peters is sweeper for Neptune. Bobby playing very deep.
Yeah, he certainly does. He's about 20, 25 yards behind his last defender. I think that's probably a little bit too deep. A couple through balls slotted to the outside certainly could be effective against him.
And there's a foul. That one will go against Neptune. Keith Brown called on the foul. There's our score, 1-0. Jackson scored 2 minutes and 11 seconds into the match off of a restart. A ball was chipped into the box from about 40 yards and headed on net. We're still not sure who was given credit for the goal. We'll get that for you at halftime. This is Redwanski. Dangerous situation there, Bobby. Peters had the ball with no support behind him.
Yeah, he did a good job of getting that ball to the outside. You always want a couple of options, and he only had one, and he found it.
Jackson marking up very tight. No room at all for the Neptune offensive players. And again, the counterattack. John McCurry over there making the tackle, knocking it out of bounds. So it'll be a throw-in for the Vicks. Played quickly to the corner. And there's an unmarked player coming through there. Nobody near him. Nice ball. Brown to Barone. Barone 1-on-2. Shoulder to shoulder. Good defense. Good offense. And that time, Jackson won that individual battle. It was R.J. Weber escorting that ball over the end line. Henry Ford comes out of the match for Neptune, replaced by number 17, David DeSantis. Keith Brown. Brought down nicely by Duncan Brown. Turns, flicks it up, nice ball, Barone. Again, Barone busts through. Cuts it
great
back,
ball.
Nice ball. And again, Bobby, you have to give Jackson credit. The ball gets up 30 or 35 yards away from them. As you look at Mike Brodwanski there, they mark up so tightly. A good look at the crowd here at the Freehold soccer tournament.
Yeah, Jackson's defense is doing a very nice job of marking up, Bobby. I'll tell you, Neptune has had a couple of just near misses there. Forward John Barone for Neptune, extremely dangerous a couple times down the field here.
Don't force it, open them up. Make them get out.
Flicked on. R.J. Weber slows it down. Again, good tight marking by Jackson. And I think you're right, Bobby. That looks to be the main offensive strategy of Jackson, to come with that quick counter.
Yeah, they know that Neptune is very dangerous up front in their offense, and they're defending very well. And then it just seems every time they get a hold of the ball, it's a quick counterattack, and they're dangerous with it.
Jackson playing at a little higher work rate, a little quicker than the Neptune team. Neptune relying more on, and that one right over our head, reminiscent of last year or 2 years ago, the 8-a-side tournament, when I think you caught one up on top.
Yeah, I caught one. That was the ball that Francis Pinkerthman put up there at me.
That's right, good old Francis. Duncan Brown with just a little bit of a nudge.
You always have to laugh, Bobby. A very obvious foul there, and really no question about it. And of course, we always have the people yelling obstruction on the other team.
Oh, of course. Gluckow with a good ball to Brown.
Spread out, guys, spread out.
Neptune trying to go forward.
Space, Ned, space. Okay.
And that'll be a corner kick, so Neptune with a corner kick. They trail it by a score of 1-0. We're in the first half of play. Jackson scoring 2 minutes and 11 seconds into the match.
On the good foot, little John.
It'll be a corner kick coming up. John Gluckow will take it. And what's it look like they're going to try to do on this one, Bobby?
The way they're setting up, Bob, it looks like they're going to try and flight the ball to the far post. A couple players rushing onto it. And as I say that, he puts it to the near post.
Offside's the call. Referee Mark Diamond right on it.
Referee's certainly doing a great job so far, Bobby. We haven't had any problems of any kind out there. He's made a couple of very good calls.
Well, Mark Diamond does a nice job. He's worked different levels. Mark Diamond getting some heat on that one. There's R.J. Weber's father, a little incensed.
No sooner did I mention the great job he was doing, and he did appear to miss a pretty obvious handball right in front of us here.
Mr. Weber takes his soccer rather seriously, I think. In defense of Mark, though, the play was, he had the back of the players is all he could see. He couldn't see in front of them, and sometimes pretty sneaky players will get away with it. And this time it's Duncan Brown getting away with it as he bangs through. Shots, that's nice English. Shoots, and a good save by Tommy Jones.
That's a great individual effort there by Duncan Brown, Bobby. He took an excellent pass from John Barone to the outside, beat 2 or 3 players, and got off a good left-footed shot.
And again, Jackson looks to counter. Good defense. Keith Brown comes back to defend. Peters comes out with it.
He's got to be careful. There's nobody back for him.
Bobby Bismarck knocked it forward. And that time the call goes against Jackson. Free kick coming up for Neptune.
Go with it, go with it. Look wide, look
Barone so tough at coming back for the ball. Look at this battle. And here's why Mark Diamond is a good official. He steps right in, going to talk to the players.
Exactly. It doesn't appear that he's going to pull any cards, which is a good thing. Just a little verbal warning. Tell him to calm it down and let's play.
Peters outside to Brown. Neptune doing a good job of splitting the Jackson defense. But I think, Bobby, they're packed up so close to the goal when they knock it through, they just don't have enough room in which to work.
Yeah, that's the case, Bobby. Jackson's defense really packing the zone. Neptune would be good to get the ball outside and pull them out a little bit before they try and go through the middle as they're doing right now.
There you can see it right there. There's a pile of players right in front of Weak Shot. And Tommy comes down to one knee, cradles it. And almost loses that one. Heads up play. Here comes Gluckow. Barone fires, good hard shot. Jones goes to the knees again and makes a save.
Neptune really putting the pressure on here, Bobby. One thing they got to do when they take the shot, especially on a wet day like today, is follow shots up. Everybody's just watching Barone unload on that, and they keep her head all day to make the save.
Ball was knocked away by Richie Dodd, and Jackson so quickly inside the area. Good opportunity, and knocked out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick, but again, Jackson just exploding inside that 18-yard area.
Another quick counterattack. They sat back, defended for about 5 or 6 minutes there while Neptune put on constant pressure, and then one quick time down the field and a near miss. Neptune's making one serious mistake with their midfielders. They're keeping their 4 defenders back to defend alone. The midfield's really got to get themselves back when the counterattack occurs and help defend.
Peters takes the goal kick. Nice run by Dodd. Duncan Brown couldn't handle that one. Jackson comes away with it. Brought down by Parisi. Radwanski takes it away. And a frustration foul that time, and referee Diamond's going to talk to Parisi. Plenty of room behind the offensive attack, Bobby. Neptune not bringing the ball back, everybody going forward, and at this point there's just too many people in that area to sneak it through.
That's exactly right. They got to look for a couple of passes back or outside, or maybe for some diagonal runs. They can't just keep working the ball up through the middle. It's just too many defenders in there.
Roger Kremen just came into the match for Neptune. We're at Liberty Oak Park in Freehold Township. This is the annual Freehold soccer tournament, first annual tournament.
Okay,
Nice ball outside. Brown comes back. Dodd runs off it. Peters comes from the sweeper position, but they can't get it to his feet. Jackson again looks to counterattack. Great ball through. And there's some good defense right there by David DeSantis.
He certainly did a great job. Peters made an excellent run through, Bobby. A bad pass by Duncan Brown. And, of course, the Neptune defense caught square with their sweeper up.
You mentioned earlier, Bobby, that the Neptune midfield not playing any defense at all, and the Neptune forward line, you can clearly see three players just kind of hanging up front. They're not coming back at all for the ball.
Exactly. Neptune was able to put on a lot of pressure, and because of that pressure, I think they became a little complacent up front, and really they do have to get back and help these defenders.
John Owens pass went astray. Neptune comes away with it, but stepped up. Nice play that time by Mike Garcia. Brown steps in.
Come on, Duncan, run!
And Craig Martin knocked it up the line, but out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in coming up for Neptune. The Neptune Stingrays taking on the Jackson Vicks, 15 and 16-year-old boys. Good outside. Duncan Brown runs it down. Look out. Nice ball through, just off the mark, but a great idea. Bobby, as a coach, very often you can be on the sidelines. You'll spot all kinds of problems out there, but it's very difficult to really have the players change their style in midstream, even after the benefit of halftime, isn't it?
It certainly is, Bobby. Really, in soccer, coaching is 99% done before the game. When the game starts, you're involved maybe 1%. There's not a whole lot you can do.
I also think that's the beauty of the game. Everything isn't pre-designed, and it's just so dependent upon the individual creativity of the players.
That's true, Bobby. Years ago, you had coaches that used to yell out numbers for set plays and things like that. These players are good enough nowadays, where they're intelligent enough to read the game, to know exactly what they want to do. They're out on the field, and they see it a lot better than you can from the sideline. And again, as you mentioned, that's the beauty of the game. It's a lot of creativity involved.
That's number 2, Duncan Brown. So Neptune throwing on the far side of the field. Keith Brown throwing that ball a little bit with one hand there, isn't he, Bob?
Yeah, it looks like he's getting away with it a little bit there.
Barone has it tackled away. Jackson again looks for the quick counter, and this time knocked away. R.J. Weber with a hard tackle.